Hey guys, it's Angie. So, I'm a day late for giving you the what sold video. Okay, I'm gonna get better, I promise. But the highlight of this week is one item that sold for $425 that I only paid $5 for at the bins. So stay tuned and you can see what that item was. Alright, let's jump right into it and see what I sold. Last week my sales were $1476.52. I don't show you everything, but I want to show you some interesting categories of things that sold for me. So we always have to start with the plush. This guy was so nice. He was 18 inches, so he was pretty big. That's why his shipping is higher. And he's from FAO Schwartz, sold for $12.95. And gotta love the Dr. Seuss plush. This is One Fish, Two Fish Walrus. He was a cute little guy and he only sold for $8.95. He wasn't a super popular plush, but I only paid a quarter for him, so it's still great profit for me. The best stuffed animal of the week was this cutie little puka South Korean plush doll. I found her at the Goodwill bins. I paid about $2 for her because she was a little heavy, but I did sell her for full price of $39.95 plus shipping. Then I did sell some clothes. Again, dresses are starting to sell. People are getting ready to go places. This was a Tahari with metallic green. It was really a pretty dress, and it sold within a few days of listing it for full price, $19.95 plus shipping. This Susan Graver swing dress was bought by someone else, returned, and then sold again this week for $15.95. Swimsuits, guys, if you have swimsuits, get them listed. This is just a little kid's Cat and Jack two-piece bikini. It sold for $12.95 plus the shipping. I bought a ton of these swimsuit bottoms from the bins last year when no one was going. You can see I have 6 available. I've already sold 6 of this particular size. I have them in multiple sizes, multiple colors, and they're selling great. Last year I was selling them for $9.95, including free shipping. This year I decided to go ahead and charge shipping $3.95, and I'm selling just as many this year as I did last year. So don't be afraid to charge shipping. And a sports bra. People are starting to get outside and want to do activities, so that's the kind of thing that sells as well. Always selling Bibles, guys, or anything Bible related. This is a Believer's Bible commentary. It sold within a week for full price, $19.95. This is a living Bible. You can see right on the front there is a crease that goes straight down the front. I did disclose that so they know. That's why the price was so low for this one, just because I wasn't happy with the condition to charge more. But it did sell for my full asking price of $8.95 plus shipping. Sexual Intrigue. Did not watch this, but I have been starting to look for out of print DVDs. This I probably paid 30 cents for at the bins, and it did sell within like 3 days for $14.95 plus shipping. So not bad. Black Sabbath, love Black Sabbath on cassette, sold for $10.95. I have just listed a bunch of these this week. I imagine a lot of them will sell. Any type of rap or rock from the 80s and 90s on cassette, they still sell really well. So keep an eye out for those because you can usually get them super cheap. Another thing I don't normally pick up is comic books, but this one right here caught my eye at the bins. He was by himself and I looked him up because he was number 71, I think. So I listed him for $14.95 and it sold right away. Pokemon, of course, Pokemon books. This is just an older handbook. It sold for my asking price $7.95 and it sold within, I think, 2 days. Here's a great thing. I have been finding that magazines can be really great sellers. This right here is an Odyssey magazine. It's basically about space for middle schoolers, I would say. These were from the 80s. I picked up about 25 or 30 of them. At first when I found them at the bins, I was going to just sell them as a whole lot. But then I saw some other people that were selling them for $7 and I was like, I wonder. So I decided to list them all individually for $7. And this week, someone came in and bought 9 of them. So $63 for 9 of them, and I think I did pretty darn good for these old space magazines. Another game that I picked up at the bins was this PlayStation 2 Soul Reaver 2. I have to admit that I don't know a whole lot about video games, and I'm really trying to expand my knowledge about that, work on finding more games and consoles to list. Unfortunately, I don't run across a whole lot of them when I go to yard sales. So when I do, I make sure I try to make an effort to look things up or at least write them down so I get an idea of what they're going for. Knowledge in eBay is money. The more I can learn, the better. This was a game that I bought also from the bins. It weighed about 2 pounds, so it was about $4. I thought it was really super interesting. I thought when I bought it that it was complete. If it was complete, it would have sold for about $20 more. Then I realized that it was complete except for 2 sets of team cards, one junior set and one senior set. That definitely took away the value from it, but I still did sell it for $27.95. I normally don't pick up games unless they're really interesting and vintage. This filled both of those needs, and so I'm glad I did get it, but I was hoping to get more. Another thing that I picked up at the bins was a large lot of vintage yarn. It all still had the packaging on it. I would say I probably won't pick these up again. I did already sell this set for $8 plus $6.50 shipping. That's probably more than I spent on all of it, which is good. So that means anything else that sells is in the profit, but it's kind of bulky, takes up more room than I prefer, and it's not a great profit. So next time I think I'll pass. This sold, was a cute Vera Bradley little clutch with a kiss lock. Thank you so much for everyone on Instagram who let me know exactly what that was called, because I could not think of the name for it, but it sold after a few days for $15 plus shipping. The next thing I sold was a Vineyard Vines bucket hat. Now this is Vineyard Vines for Target. It was brand new with tags. I only paid $1 for the hat. I think I had 5 of them. Yeah. 2 left. I've sold 3 already. I did take a best offer of $12 plus $3.95 shipping. Who would think that a trapper hat would sell this close to May? But it did. This was a $20 Mad Bomber rabbit fur trimmed trapper hat. I listed this just a few days ago for $25, thinking it would probably be there for a while. Someone offered me $20 plus $6.50 shipping, and I took that. So you never know what's going to sell. Summer things sell in the winter, winter things sell in the summer, so don't be afraid to list those out of season items. And then guys, here's my big sale of the week. Look at this thing. This is a Mercedes-Benz bag. I actually picked this up in the bins last week. I saw the SL on it and I was like, that looks like something. And pretty much everyone else had left it behind. So don't be afraid to look after everyone has looked in your bins, because you still might find treasures. It was pretty big, 37 inches long, but it was not really heavy. But when I saw the SL, I was thinking it has to be a car bag. And then I saw this. I'm like, wait a second, that's Mercedes. Nowhere else on it does it say Mercedes except for right there. Once I started looking into it, saw the serial number, looked that thing up, and it was in fact a real leather Mercedes bag. I listed it for $500, which I thought was crazy since I spent $5 on it. So I put it on for $500, and when someone offered me $425, I took it. Now I just want to explain why I didn't counter this, because normally, $75 difference, I might have gotten more. But the way I kind of looked at it is I wasn't having to ship this bag to California or Washington or Oregon because the buyer was really close to me in Georgia. So I knew I would save a ton of money with the shipping because the buyer was so close. I was super happy with the sale, guys. $400 profit for something I spent $5 on. I'll take that all day long. So that was my weekly roundup. What'd you think? Kind of slow, actually. If it wasn't for that bag, I'd have been in trouble. But that was my fault because I was not listing like I should have been. So I've got my butt in gear and started listing every single day like I'm supposed to. And the sales are definitely showing. When I'm listing, I'm selling. Sometimes it's harder to take my own advice than it is to give it to you. So I've really been incorporating the things that I tell you to do, and guess what? It works. What are those things? Okay, let's remember, list every day. Promote your listings, run sales. Once you have stagnant items, make sure you end those and sell similar. And any pictures that are bad for really old listings, go ahead and update those so you get a fresh pair of eyes with new pictures. That's it. It works. So I'm going to keep working on that this week. Hopefully I have some good sales. I've been crazy busy going to the bins, and today I found a bunch of stuff which I'm going to share with you tomorrow. All right, guys, I am over here in Florida, living the dream. I hope you're having an amazing day. If you got this far, please remember to give me a thumbs up, and would love to hear about what your favorite item was that you sold in the comments below. I'm Angie. Have a great day. Bye.